They say love is holy. They say love is pure. But what happens when love is born in the arms of death? What happens when the one who touches you at night has no breath, no heartbeat, and no soul? This is not a love story. This is a curse. Curse that began the night Amara let death into her bed. Amara was the kind of girl legends are made, from beautiful, innocent, her face glowing like moonlight. But beauty is often lonely. She lived alone in a creaking house on the edge of the town, where silence was her only companion. Yet every night, when the clock struck 3, she felt it. The cold stare of eyes she could not see. At first, she thought she was losing her mind. But one night, she saw him standing at her window. He was tall, his skin pale as frost, his eyes 2 hollow pits glowing like burning coals. His presence was wrong, yet magnetic, pulling her closer when she should have screamed. "Amara," he whispered, his voice soft like velvet thunder. Her body froze, but her soul trembled, not in fear, but in yearning. That night she did not shut her window. That night she let the ghost step inside. From then on, he came every night. He never gave his name, only saying he had waited centuries for her. His touch was colder than ice, yet it burned her skin with fire. His lips tasted of mist and smoke, yet sweeter than life itself. Against every law of heaven, against every law of the living, Amara gave herself to him. Their intimacy was forbidden, but she drowned in it willingly, as if his love was both poison and salvation. Weeks turned into months, and soon Amara carried more than his memory. Her belly swelled with something impossible. The ghost only smiled when she told him. "You carry the bridge between worlds," he whispered. "Our son will walk in both shadow and light. He will never die, Amara. He will be eternal." But Amara's nights turned to terror. She would wake to her belly clawed from the inside, small hands pressing against her skin, leaving bruises shaped like fingers. Sometimes she swore she heard whispers, her unborn child speaking in a language older than the earth. The doctor who examined her turned pale. "You are with child," he muttered, "but the heartbeat, it doesn't sound human." When the night of birth arrived, thunder split the skies. Candles blew out, windows shattered, and the walls bled shadows. Amara screamed as the child tore its way into the world. Blood drowned the floorboards. The ghost stood at the corner, his hollow eyes gleaming with pride as if watching his legacy breathe. What was born was no ordinary child. His eyes glowed red in the dark. His tiny skin flickered between flesh and mist. When he cried, every mirror in the house cracked and fell. Amara named him Azel. She tried to love him. She tried to see him as a son, not as a curse. But he grew fast, too fast. By 1 year, he spoke in a voice too deep for a child. By 2, he vanished into walls. By 3, he could kill with a scream. He was not just alive, he was hungry. His hunger was not for food, but for souls. At first, animals in the village began to vanish. Dogs, goats, chickens, all left hollow, drained of life. Then, children disappeared. The villagers whispered that Amara had cursed them. They saw her carrying a child who never played in the day, a child who stared with eyes of fire. They kept their distance, but the bodies kept piling up. One night, Amara found her son crouched over a body, his mouth dripping with shadow. The corpse pale and lifeless, she screamed, but Azael only smiled, his sharp teeth gleaming. "Mother," he said, "I need more. I need what Father gave me." It was then she realized the truth. Her lover had not given her love. He had given her a vessel. She had birthed a monster, a weapon meant to tear open the veil between the living and the dead. As Azael grew, his powers grew darker. Shadows bent to his will, glass shattered when he breathed, and whispers followed him wherever he walked. The villagers finally came with fire and blades, demanding his death. Amara tried to protect him, but when she looked into his glowing red eyes, she no longer saw her son. She saw death given flesh. She saw the end of the world. They burned the house, but from the flames, he walked out untouched, half human, half ghost, and entirely cursed. The villagers who came to kill him became his first army of shadows, their souls ripped from their bodies to follow him into the night. And Amara? No one knows what became of her. Some say she killed herself to end the curse. Some say she still walks beside her son, broken and hollow. But one thing is certain, wherever Azael goes, death follows. And if you wake at 3 a.m., if you hear whispers outside your window, do not look, do not answer, for it may not be the ghost who comes for you. It may be his son.